This is Car Guys Talk with Andrew and Tavarish.
Oh, great. This next article, I'm really excited about this one.
So the next article is what?
The rotary engine sucks.
The rotary engine sucks. This one it's short, but it's honestly, I think it's a little weak. It's more of a rant than you'll see.
It's a little weak, like the torque specs of a rotary.
All right. Class A commentary here.
All right. The rotary engine sucks. This is from a few days later. 2 years later. 2 years later.
A few days. Plus 2 days. Plus
2016.
2016. Yeah. 2016.
And this is on Jalopnik.
Yes.
Every time a new Mazda model is announced, a certain number of unwashed yokels always seem to mention that the car would be hella better if only they used the Wankel rotary.
That's true.
We're fighting after this. Newsflash.
We can fight right now.
Newsflash, the rotary is a garbage engine.
Yes.
Just like your writing skills.
I don't think so.
I imagine that automotive engineers have a tough go in life. They're obligated to dress like they took a homemade animatronic to prom. They're the only people, rather than third graders, that would actually spend money on a protractor, and they create cars with engines that permanently between jobs journalists can mock for not giving them an instant boner. Hey, I get it.
Yes.
However, that doesn't excuse the fact that the Wankel rotary engine is a GD mess. Language, Freddie. And anyone with a degree
Welcome to Jalopnik, Andrew.
Anyone with a degree in engineering that proposes it as an idea should be fired out of a cannon into the sun.
Yes.
I've owned one, so yes, I know what I'm talking about. A cannon?
Yeah, and a son. I've owned a son.
That's illegal. That's human trafficking. Don't believe me? Here's how it works.
Somebody else's
In
son.
a regular piston engine, pistons on a crankshaft move up and down and harness the power of combustion. Over the years, this type of engine, known as the Otto cycle, has become efficient, powerful, and emissions friendly. It's in everything from smart cars to Ferraris. In a rotary, instead of having pistons or anything that makes sense to a learned person, there is a Dorito-looking rotor on an eccentric shaft that moves in an oblong arc in a housing that's sealed with what might be as well as string cheese. It also harnesses the power of combustion, but an inherent design flaw that means that it will burn oil like your uncle's ancient lawnmower with the grace of an armadillo in a washing machine. And it was created by an insane Nazi. He was a Nazi sympathizer. Not
I'm
Nazi.
sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry. Wankel. Wankel was he was just Nazi adjacent. Was that it? Was that it?
I mean, Volkswagen was started in part by Hitler, so
Sure, but it's not like Volkswagen is like
Hitler is the Nazi.
He's the guy.
He is the Nazi.
He's the one. The one where it started.
But wait, that's not all. Oh, great. It's also impossible to start reliably. If you turn it off before it's fully warmed up, you'll have to clear your schedule for the next few hours to get it adequately cooled down and unflood itself, and the entire engine lasts maybe as long as the first minor service interval on your aunt's Honda Civic. Not true.
That is definitely true. That is 100% true.
It is not
Go
true.
to any rotary shop, and ask them how many engine rebuilds they do. And then go to any other shop where they deal with piston engines and ask them how many rebuilds they do.
But how much money and time does it take to do a rotary as opposed to a cylinder motor?
Andrew, it's
you can
not,
pull the motor out
it's
of
not,
you can pull a 12A out of an RX-7, first gen RX-7 in like 45 minutes.
It's so what? You can pull the same thing out of a Subaru. It doesn't matter. A engine rebuild is not scheduled maintenance.
It is for a Subaru. Poor example.
Oh man.
You dug yourself a hole there. It is possible to start them reliably. I dailied one for a year and a half. It was totally fine. If you flooded it, it was literally a 3-minute affair. You remove the spark
On the
plugs.
12A where you have little
the spark plugs. Remove the fuse for the fuel pump.
Not true on the 13B. Not true on the 13B with twin turbos.
Okay,
That
well,
is
13B is a garbage motor. I agree with you there. 12A is the only rotary.
So the only rotary is the 12A,
Yeah,
and
that's
it has to be
So that goes in
carbureted. It has to
everything.
make 45 horsepower. And
No,
it can't make
101. Okay.
101.
45 is the torque number.
Makes peak torque at 11,500 RPM.
No peak torque.
No peak. It's no peak.
No.
It's no torque.
No torque.
No torque. It's only horsepower. No.
It's a little.
No.
It's a little power.
You buy torque. You buy the Idemitsu oil. You buy.
You premix.
Don't premix. It's annoying. It has the fuel economy of an 80s cruise liner and the torque output of a clothes hamper falling down the stairs. All right, yep, that's true. It'll start or not start depending on what you had for breakfast that day and if you were mad at your mother earlier that week. And the only exhaust note it knows is a drone that sexually attracts homicidal bees, and it was made by an effing Nazi.
Yes.
So exhaust note, you can make Rotary sound super legit.
When you say super legit, so I'll concede that point that Hertz Torque Stallion sounds pretty good.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. But piston engine sound better. I feel like piston engines sound better. That's what it sounds like, yeah.
It's what you wish you sounded like. It's a hateful motor, and no matter how many rotors you slap on it, it doesn't make up for the fact that it sucks. Also wrong. The rotary engine should be forgotten like phrenology, Laserdisc, and Mambo number 5.
I like that. Remember Mambo?
Remember number 5?
Remember?
Remember Mambo? I imagine the rotary engineers just shrugged their shoulders after countless failed iterations and collectively said, man, what a colossal waste of cocaine that was.
I actually like that sentence. So here's the thing. My sentences are getting shorter. My sentences definitely got shorter.
Yeah, they're just getting dumber. Don't be fooled by enthusiastic forum fanboys. Every single rotary owner knows what it's like to wake up and wonder whether or not they'll engage in the miracle of automotive transportation because that gigantic piece of S lurking in their car's engine bay. Instead, get a V8, get a V6, swap in a golf cart motor, rip out the floor, and use your bare feet against the asphalt. Anything other than the rotary. That is all.
Yes. So I think that was the weak one in terms of, because this was more of just a subjective opinion of the rotary.
You a dummy head.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Just wait until Rob Dahm finishes his 4-rotor in 2031. Yeah. Just you wait.